Boaster just threw a grenade in NRG's way.
NRG, we're coming for you, and we're gonna be ready tomorrow. The crowd is with us right now tonight, and you better be ready. When you're eating your dinner tonight, you better know that we're ready. When you're watching our VOD, you better know we're gonna be ready. And when you're in bed having nightmares about us, you know we're gonna be ready.
Actually, a fucking genius move by Boaster because he actually turned the audience against NRG. And I'm not sure why they didn't do this the first time they played, but they're using it now. And I really think that it would have an impact on how the game would go later today. Whether it's a dud or a live grenade, we'll find out soon enough. Because today is the last match of the season. And if there's one thing I want today, it's definitely a map 5. A legendary match for the ages. Anyway, before the match starts in a few hours, I want to look at the script, the storylines, because there's a gold mine of them in this match. Every player here is fighting for something: legacy, revenge, redemption, or respect. So without further ado, let's get going. The first one that I would like to look into is the revenge match setup. Fnatic lost to NRG in the upper final. Now I think it becomes personal because of Boaster's provocation. He's trying to prove that they're still the team to beat, like what they did back in 2023. But will Fnatic be able to find an answer to NRG's Odin machine? Or will NRG spam their way into a champion's trophy? Next up, Alpha, the final boss of Paris. He has always been loud, confident, and unapologetic. He missed the match due to sickness and came back shaky in his first game. But it's looking like he already found his rhythm and his swagger came roaring back. He's the kind of guy that trash talks, take names, and never hides from the spotlight. If Fnatic wins, Alpha doesn't just bounce back. In my eyes, I think he claims Aspas's title of final boss. And now let's look at NRG's 3 rookies. 3 fresh faces, 3 players who weren't even supposed to be here this soon. And yet, here they are. This isn't just a team, it's a revolution in real time. Because at some point, the gatekeepers can't keep pretending they don't see the talent anymore. You know the ones, the players who've been mid for 2 years but still somehow have tier 1 contracts. NRG's rookies are the antithesis of that, but the question going into today's match is, will they be able to keep their composure against an experienced team in the biggest match of their lives? Now I want to look at Crashies. From being NRG's core to being outcasted, no one in Americas wanted him anymore. So he packed his bags, cleared his throat, took a deep sigh, crossed the ocean, and joined Fnatic. And here's the thing, he didn't just join any team. He had to replace Leo, one of the greatest players in the entire region. Now, he's staring down his old team on the biggest stage possible. And it's not just about him being back, it's like him saying that, you should have never let me go. For me, I see this as a personal revenge. If he wins Champs Paris, he doesn't just get a trophy, he becomes the biggest told you so in Valorant history. And if yesterday's game against DRX was any indication, this is his way of saying, you all pass on me? Cool. Watch what happens next. Were America strong in letting go of Crashies, or did destiny just reroute him to where he truly belongs? And then we have Ethan. I realized this just now, but he could become the first ever 2-time champs winner. No one has ever did that before. If you think about it, that is really epic in a lot of ways. Getting 2 trophies with the same roster is one thing, and then getting 2 champs trophies while playing with different players is another level of achievement. Ethan is known for staying calm in chaos. He's not the flashiest player, but the way he provides what his team needs is second to none. So the question now is, if Ethan wins this, could he be considered the GOAT? For me, I think maybe support GOAT, but what do you guys think? And then we have Chronicle. He's already the most decorated player in Valorant history. He's collecting trophies like it's nothing, man. He has titles across 2 organizations and multiple metas. Getting this champs trophy would make his GOAT case basically untouchable. And we all know that the GOAT debate stays alive, but then there's Chronicle on top of that. We also have Som. Everyone sees Som as the streamer, the content guy, but he's proven he's way more than that. When he locks in, he's not just good. He's actually one of the best in the world. He has been NRG's emotional leader all year, always the one keeping the vibes up when the pressure's the highest. I'm pretty sure I saw a clip before that he made a promise, or he said to FNS that we will win a trophy And this match later is him trying to cash it in. If he wins today, he flips his whole image from the Twitch streamer who competes to one of the best players in the world. And now we have Boaster. Boaster has been the face of Fnatic ever since the beginning. And now he is cementing his legacy as the best IGL of all time. Honestly, the guy has nothing to lose. His passion for the game is just so immense, he still loves to compete. Winning here would no doubt cement his legacy as one of, if not the face of Valorant. We all know that Fnatic is trying to avoid the Bridesmaid curse. You know, they play second in Toronto, they play second in EWC. Maybe NRG is the favorites, but Fnatic also has a target on their back. Fnatic is the epitome of the old guard. They've been here, they have done it all, they have won everything, and they've earned it. But NRG represents the other side of the coin, the new era that doesn't ask for permission. Their story is nothing short of a comeback. They're the comeback kids of the year basically. Like, they didn't start the season good, and then there's drama, then more drama, and then even more drama. But despite all that, they still have the capacity to believe in themselves that they can actually win. And now they're here, so that's what NRG is for me. And that's what makes this matchup poetic. It's not just new versus old, it's ambition versus legacy. The team trying to prove they belong versus the team trying to prove they are still the standard. Who do you think deserves it more? Is it Fnatic's legacy or NRG's comeback story? Now, if you ask me who would win, I would like to think that it would be NRG. They have all the advantages. They had time to rest, they had time to watch what Fnatic is doing, and they also have the 2 map bans. So basically, all odds are against Fnatic here. But on the other side, I think Fnatic is a very experienced team, and if there's any trick left on the bag, this is where Boaster would show them all. I think this would really be a tight game, but in the end, I think that Boaster will find a way to counter the Odin machine that NRG is using quite a lot. Fnatic has been at this stage for a lot of times now. I think that it would prove important as the match goes on. Let's look at NRG. Pretty sure this team hasn't been in the best of 5. I mean, technically they were. It's in America's Stage 2 finals, but this is a sweep. So unless they can sweep Fnatic, then Fnatic would have the advantage, the experience to close up a map 5. But the thing is, again, NRG has plenty of rest while Fnatic had to grind it out. So basically, another thing that would decide who wins this is if Fnatic still has the energy to win. Because back in Toronto, I think they ran out of gas as the game went on because they were up against Titans in that lower bracket run that they had in Toronto. They were against G2, I think, right? Wolves, they were so tired by the time the grand finals of Toronto came in, they ran out of gas. Will that situation repeat itself? Hopefully not. Hopefully they were able to rest more this time. But honestly, it's kind of like wishful thinking. But there's something in us people that, you know, you can get energy from inside of you, if anything. And if you need proof of that, then just watch the game Fnatic versus PaperX, where they had to use Doma as a sub, but they still won. Another situation like that can happen here, but in a different way. But in a sense that they dig deep inside of them and actually find a way to win. I mean, I said a lot of things, but in the end, what I would like to say is that as I was rambling here, I realized that at the beginning I said you would expect NRG to win because of their advantages. But at the same time, Fnatic also has their advantages. I believe Fnatic would win this. I believe that experience and like going through a lot of matches, like closing out a map 5 is important. So, to summarize, I think Fnatic would win, and the difference maker would be their experience on the big stage. But again, that's just my opinion. Feel free to argue with it. I'll see you guys in the comments. Leave a like if you enjoyed, hit that sub button so you don't miss out, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.